It is time. Guys, I'm really excited for today, and I hope you're as excited as I am. I've been up since, I don't know, 3 this morning, putting the final touches on this training for you guys, and I think it's going to be great. So we got some people live. We're also recording this, so if you're watching the replay, understand, hey, yeah, we did this live. And the people that are live, if you have questions, comments, that kind of stuff, let's go through it. So I may answer a bazillion questions. I may not answer one, but if you have questions, put it in the comments in the chat at the bottom of your video, and you can ask me questions as we go through this. I would like to know, and I'm going to bounce from the screen that you see right here to a screen that I'm going to share here in a minute, so I won't always be able to see your comments, but I'm going to jump back and forth, checking out the comments. And okay, cool. Excellent. All right, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to get going, guys. Here it is. All right. Get this presentation queued up. And I'm actually going to lower my desk. I got one of those desks that raises and lowers, and I like to go back and forth. So that's may be what I'm doing today. Who knows? Okay. Without any more delay, here we go. We're going over content alchemy. Now, what is that? What is content alchemy? It is the secret framework to turbocharging your online content. This is without being techie, hiring a marketing agency, or stumbling your way through social media. I definitely, even myself, I do not consider myself a techie person. And I've certainly stumbled my way through social media. Have you been there before? I'm sure that many of us can relate as a business owner. So let's jump into this. Let me move my image so it's really out of the way. Perfect. Okay. A lot of people want to own their own business because there's tons of appeal. And there was appeal for me too. I wanted to own my own business. And I think a lot of people want to do the same thing for the same reasons, really. There's potential to make as much money as you want depending on your business. You can work on your own terms. You can set your own hours. You don't have to be that boss. I like that picture from The Office. I never wanted that boss, right? Now, the cool thing is when you own a business, you get to say, I'm a business owner, and that's really exciting, but there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. And Houston, we have a problem. There's a lot of stuff that comes with being the business owner. It's not just providing your product, your service to the masses. It's all the other stuff too that goes along with it, including getting people through your doors, right? Whether it is through your brick and mortar, so you have a physical location, or online. You got to get people through the door, so to speak. And that can be tough. And one of the things that we've begun to focus on, I mean, it's 2020 now. We didn't focus on this near as much 10 years ago, certainly not 20 years ago, but publishing content online. We're much more familiar with it. It's a lot easier than it was, but it can still feel like, even in this day and age, it can feel like you're cringing. Have you ever felt like you're just cringing when you are trying to stumble your way through creating content, whether it's for a blog, or it's on Facebook, or maybe an ad, or YouTube, or Instagram? Have you ever felt like, yeah, you just want to gouge your eyeballs out? I have felt that way many times over, for sure. Not only that, but actually getting customers, getting people to you through that publishing, not just publishing some nice, cute quote, but actually getting somebody to take action, somebody to move. That can certainly feel like pulling the eyeballs out, right? And I'm going to check early on. I'm going to see real quick if y'all have questions. Like I said, if you're watching me live and you have questions as we go through this, certainly let me know. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen here. Here we go. It's going to be a little bit of a delay for me to be able to click. There we go. Now, there is a way to create content successfully and get that customer to you, even if you've never published, you don't feel techie, or you just don't have the time. And I've felt all of that. Hey, I've never published. Hey, I don't feel techie. I don't have the time for all of this. with all these social media platforms. There's actually a way to do it successfully. Now, disclaimer, I learned a unique way to auto-generate new leads to my business, so there is a way. So we figured this out. There actually is a way. Now, just because there is a way, disclaimer, feel very disclaimed, just because there is a way doesn't mean you'll do it. So I got to be that loving coach. I got to hug you around the neck, but kick you in the butt. Just because there is a way doesn't mean you're going to do it. And I'll show you the method. I'll show you exactly what I do. But that doesn't mean you'll earn anything or get new customers or anything like that simply by watching this training, okay? So disclaimer. Now, who's it for? This training is for the person that you say, hey, I'm already creating content to grow my business, whether it's a brick and mortar or it's online, whatever the thing is. So if you had like an e-commerce store or whatever, if you're already creating content, this is for you. If you're not creating content yet, this is for you. Okay, it's going to help all of us. So my goal for today through this training, my goal today is to share with you the only way for you to maximize your business potential and quit trading your time for money. Ugh, I hate that. I hate trading time for money. The only way for you to maximize your business potential and quit trading your time for money is by learning to market through online content. Online content. And the only place to get guided content optimization is through Content Alchemy. Now, not trading your time for money. I'm stumbling over my words. Not doing that by learning how to market through online content. Why is it online content? The reason it's online content is once I make the content and I put it out there, I don't have to share that information again and again and again and again. The video is there, or the post, or whatever I created. So I'll just stick with video for simplicity. The video is there, and it's there for the taking. It's there for the masses. It's not even one to a few, one to one, one to a few, one to several. It's one to the entire world, right? And that's what I want to be able to do. So I don't even have to be confined geographically. Now, having a brick and mortar, I understand, hey, a lot of people may feel that confinement. We don't have to do that anymore with our online content. Our reach can be the masses, which is great. You say, Corey, I want to hear some more, but who the heck are you? Totally get it. And the people that are jumping on, some of you may know me, some of you may not know me. The picture over to the right is me actually coaching other doctors. So my professional trade, doctor of chiropractic, and a lot of my following are chiropractors, which is great. And the picture over to the right is actually me doing a presentation for chiropractors a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. But I was teaching online content. I was teaching the stuff that I'm even sharing with you today. And the person that's actually helped propel myself and my wife is also in a picture, help both of us. And I want to go over my family here in just a second. The person that's been able to do it is the person standing with me in the center of the screen. His name, Russell Brunson. He is one of the greatest marketers of our time. He has a software called ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is an online platform, so you can build online sales funnels, and he has skyrocketed that business. It has had tremendous success, and the way he's done it is not just by pushing his software, it's by teaching marketing principles. So he wants you to be successful with his software, but he teaches marketing principles. So we're in one of those high-end coaching groups. We have been for the last couple of years, and we paid him a ton of money, but it was totally worth it. And we've had a lot of success. And I'm going to turn around and share a lot of that, what we've discovered with you today. And again, there's my family, myself, my wife, Shayla. There's our oldest, Hayden, and our little girl, Sloan, and our newest addition to the family just this past November, Collins Monroe. So yes, we're real. We're not robots. We're not just some kind of thing online. We've been there just like you. My wife and I, we met in a chiropractic school. We got married, and the start was humbling to say the least. I mean, we graduate with no job, no business. And I mean, you go to chiropractic school, it's $200,000. Well, now there's two of us. Well, that's $400K. So I'm sure you can feel that sting as well if you've gone to graduate school, own your own business, understand the heavy burden. But yeah, we didn't have a job. We actually backed out of getting a job. We got a job with a company in Australia. We backed out. We said, this isn't the right situation for us. 7 days to the day of us graduating chiropractic school. We had no backup plan. That was our plan. And we said, no, we're not going. We'd even sold all our stuff. Like we didn't have anything. And so no job, no business, no clue, and a whole bunch of debt. And it was scary. So, but we were committed. We were committed to each other. We were committed to growing a business. And so that's what we wanted to do. Now, in this time, we didn't have any money, so we had to go ask for money. But this was the time of, if you remember 2008, the housing market is crashing. And that's when we graduated. It was 2008. And banks aren't giving money. So you go to the bank, ask for a business loan to be able to start your business. Well, we were told by our school, hey, you're not going to get a loan. Nobody's giving loans. And thank God we did. We got one. We got the yes that we were desperately needing on the very first try. And we actually got more money than we'd asked for. So certainly a blessing that we were able to do that. But we had to go ask for it. And if you open up your own business, you may have felt that too. But we knew we needed to grow and grow quickly because bills pile up, right? It's just the reality of owning a business, that they pile up quickly. And then you're going and being the business owner. And when you first start out, it's just you. And so you're selling the product or service. And then you're doing all the administrative stuff. And then you're taking out the trash. And then you're sweeping the floor. And then everything else. Oh, and then I'm supposed to publish content online, right? And it almost feels like when you start that business, the faster you run, it doesn't end, and it's just getting harder. It's almost like you just can't get over that lip, and it feels like a hamster wheel. And I didn't like the hamster wheel. So a couple of years in, we started growing our practice, but it certainly felt like a hamster wheel in a lot of ways. And I figured out I am trading my time for money. And I realized I had this kind of epiphany. I had this epiphany of whether I work hourly, so you make $15 an hour, $20 an hour. Well, let's flip the script. If I said, did you make $15 an hour, or did you sell an hour of your life for $15? Ugh. And it just felt different when I'd reframed that. And I thought, oh, the hourly person goes through that. And then I thought about a salary person. A salary person at some level does the exact same thing. And then a business owner, if you ask a lot of business owner, a small business owner, hey, how long could you leave your business before it just came tumbling down? They said, not long. So on some level, whether it's the hourly, the salary, or even the business owner, we're trading our time for money. And I'm thinking, there's got to be another way. There has to be another way to do this, to feel good about myself, have a bigger impact, and not have to trade my time for dollars so much. How can I begin to even minimize that? Can I lower that at all? By the way, if you're just jumping on, appreciate you. Yes, of course, we're doing this live. If you have questions, go ahead and comment in the comment section, the chat section. Let me know if you have any questions as we jump into the content, and I want to be able to answer your questions. But I'd learned I was trading my time for dollars, and just like anybody else, hey, I don't want to do that. I want to minimize. I want to quit trading time for dollars. And something happened to me that was really revolutionary. And it was an ad. It was an ad. I'm scrolling. I'm somewhere on social media, I guess Facebook, whatever, and an ad pops up. And it was this guy, the same guy that we've now been coached by for a couple of years, Russell Brunson. But I got introduced to him through this ad, and it says, my weird niche funnel, it's currently making me $17,947 per day. And I'm thinking, you're making what a day? 17 grand. Well, that's big money for small business owner. Come to find out, he's actually selling supplements. And that really aligned with my brain, owning a chiropractic clinic. Hey, we sell supplements. He's selling supplements online, and it's virtually automated. I'm in, is what I thought. I'm in 100%. What do I need to do, Mr. Brunson? And that's the way I took it. And what he was doing was he was building these automated systems, these funnels. So if you've heard of a sales funnel, he's certainly pioneered the idea of a funnel online, specifically with his software, ClickFunnels. But it was this ad, and I thought, I won't have to trade my time for money near as much anymore. I don't have to be dependent on actually physically being in the office. that'll be awesome. That would be freeing. That would be liberating. And I wanted that feeling. I craved it. And so I went 100 miles an hour. And thankfully, what a blessing. My wife says, hey, go for it. So she's been 100% supportive. And that's probably been the biggest part, is her support of me through this process. But we discovered a different way to get more customers to the business that was automated through funnels. And I was giddy with excitement, just like these guys, little minions. Those are funny. I began building online sales funnels, and this was me day and night. I started building funnels for our brick and mortar, right? And I thought, I'm going to build something. I'm going to sell weight loss. We had a weight loss program at the time, and I'm going to sell weight loss online, and I'm doing it. And so I just started launching all kinds of stuff online and learning and launching and launching. And let's see if I have a question. Perfect. Let's keep rolling. And so I just started building and building and building and building all these funnels. And I mean, I became a funnel fanatic. And it was fun. It was great because I knew I was able to leverage my time, and I was no longer trading my time for dollars. Now, I had to put some work on the front end, but on the back end, it's been phenomenal. And so what I did was I even opened up a marketing agency, and I thought, I'm not the only person that needs this. If I'm a chiropractor, my reach is only X amount. It's finite. There's only so many people that can come into my office in a given day. Well, if I can turn around and teach other doctors, my impact will be better, bigger, and that's going to be satisfying. That's going to be awesome. So I want to turn around and teach other doctors. So again, that picture, that was me talking about online sales funnels to this audience, and it was incredible. So we just literally said, hey, yeah, we have this clinic, but we opened up a marketing agency specifically for funnel building for doctors. And so we began teaching them, and that was a lot of fun. And when I was at that, in that picture, I actually sold a program. It was an online program, a digital course that you could take to learn online sales funnels. And it was awesome. And we made sales, and it was great. And we're high-fiving. We thought, oh my gosh, we're going to take over the world. Every chiropractor is going to have online sales funnels, and they're going to have massive success because they're learning this content, and we're leading the way, and this is going to be awesome. The problem was this: not everybody was even consuming the course. I realized I got into my account one day, and I log in, and not everybody had even entered it was a membership area. Not everybody had even entered the membership area. Not everybody had watched the content. And I thought, what is going on here? Why wouldn't you, I mean, you paid for this. Why wouldn't you want to use it and learn it? And so I had another epiphany when I get on the phone with somebody that bought the course from us. And he said, well, I'm struggling with this and this. Can you help me? Can we get on a call? Kind of like a Zoom call. And so I get on that Zoom call, and he had some problems with his funnel. And so I jump on there, and I'm clicking away, and I'm doing all my stuff. And he says, oh my gosh, you're doing that so fast. I said, well, I mean, I've had a lot of practice. It's fun. He says, yeah, I mean, and I get it. Not everybody's going to geek out about it like I did, and at that level. But the epiphany I had was when he said, will you do it for me? And I thought, that's what my audience wants. They want a done-for-you system. And I thought, aha, I've got it. I am going to create a done-for-you system. And so that's what we did. We said, hey, yeah, we have all these courses, and we've built tons of courses, and they're online. But I thought, I'm going to do another level. I'm going to just do it for them, and it's going to be great. So I began building sales funnels for other clinics, and it was awesome, and I was having a ton of fun. But the problem was this. I said, the success of you doing something online is contingent upon one thing, and I'm not going to do this for you. I won't agree to work with you unless you agree, you promise me that you will do this one thing. And it was publish. Pull out your phone, make a video, talk about health. They've all got these wellness clinics, talk about health. And if you do that one thing, we're going to be successful with this. If you don't, we won't. And there are people that published, successful, and there are people that didn't. And I thought, you have paid a lot of money for this, but you're not publishing. what's the hang up? And the hang up was in here. And I've had it too. I totally get it. But the hang up was in the mind. And they would say, I'm too busy. They would say, it's too much. I've got to do this and this and this and this and this. It's too much. I don't want to do that. And so some didn't publish. Now, the ones that did, successful. The ones that didn't, weren't. And a lot of hangups may come into mind. What am I going to talk about? What about this? What about this? What about this? And we're going to get there in this training today, live, okay? I want to answer all those questions that you're going to have. So I wanted to find something to guide business owners by the hand, virtually, and help them publish content. Because I couldn't be with each one of these clients just one-to-one, 24/7. I thought I need something online that will guide them by the hand and help them publish. Because if they have that help, they're going to do it. I know they will, because every time I've helped them make their content, they were successful. So if I could have something online, I can help these people become very, very successful. And that's what I wanted to do. And so there's the thing that I discovered, content alchemy. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. So we have three secrets of content alchemy. Secret number one, exposed why networking events, websites, dabbling on social media is as dead to getting new customers as phone books. Now, I've done networking events. I have a website. I've dabbled on social media. I've done a lot of things to grow my brick and mortar business. I've done a lot of things to grow my virtual business. Doing the networking events, yeah, we've had success. I've done talks. I've done hundreds of talks, like lunch and learns and that kind of thing. We've put booths at events, but I don't like this stuff. And it just seems like it's archaic. It's becoming archaic like the phone book. I mean, the phone book is a dinosaur at this point. And so I didn't want to do any of that stuff. And so today I'm going to show you why that's exposed and why those things are as dead as phone books. Secret number two, real talk, what marketing agencies never say about content creation that's keeping you stuck in a rut. And yes, I can say that about a marketing agency because I own a marketing agency. So I'm right in the thick. There's something that they're not telling you. It'll keep you stuck in a rut. And the problem is they don't even realize it. Ugh, that's a problem. Secret number three, quadruple your content optimization almost immediately with one simple tweak to something you're already doing. How cool is that? You ready to get going? Diving in? Here we go. Secret number one, why that stuff's as dead as phone books. There are three fundamental ways to grow any business. So one of the famous marketers, I got his book, Mr. X book right behind me. His name is Jay Abraham. He says there's three fundamental ways to grow virtually any business. Okay, get more customers. Okay, that's a way to grow your business. In terms of the bottom line, you can grow your business by getting new customers. If it's in a clinic, new patients, but that's one way. Another one, charge higher rates. Now, businesses like a clinic, you may be confined to certain things. So that one may not be as applicable. I totally get it. A lot of my following have clinics. So they say, I don't want to jump into that one. I'd like to, but I'm kind of confined to where I am right now. Or getting your customers to buy more frequently. The purpose of this training is the very first one we talked about, get more customers. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about charging higher rates or get your customers to buy more frequently. There are beautiful strategies, both of those, but that's not going to be the focus of today. Now, getting new customers to your business, there's traditional lead gen, which I went over briefly just a moment ago. You can do the networking events. You can put a booth at an expo. You can wait on referrals. People say, oh yeah, the best is word of mouth and referrals. Here's the problem with it and why I don't really even like referrals. I kind of think they suck. If the person comes in, great. If I'm able to do business with that person, but they are unpredictable. And there's ways to harness the predictability, but yeah, I don't want to wait on referrals. I don't want to do mailers. I don't want to discount my practices with coupons. I don't want to do lunch and learns anymore. I've done too many of them. They've become exhausting. We've had a lot of success, but I don't want to do that. TV, radio commercials, gross. I mean, just burning money, cold calling. I don't want to hire a marketer. But this is traditional lead gen. We've done this stuff, but it's traditional. It's certainly not the level of the new age of 2020. But for myself, I hated doing those. I didn't want to do any of those. I got sick and tired of doing that. And I was just grinding. I was on the hamster wheel and grinding on the hamster wheel. And so that's why I say, hey, these are dead. Try your hand at networking. I am way too much of an introvert to walk around with a name tag. Hi, my name is Cory. Shake my hand and try to drum up business. It's not for me. It's not suited for me. I have joined networking groups, and it's just not for me. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to cold call. Sales prospect said to call back in 6 months. So I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious. I think that's funny. What is a different way to get new customers to my business? Before we jump in, I'm going to check real quick, see if we have any. Hi, Alicia. Glad you're here. Perfect. Let's keep going. What is a different way to get new customers to your business? Who wants the answer to that question? Everybody does, right? We can all raise our hand. You can even click on the little button. You can raise your hand. Here's what entrepreneurs in 2020. Yes. Dakota, Alicia. Yep. Here's what entrepreneurs in 2020 are doing. Okay. So this is the new age. This isn't traditional. This isn't archaic. Here's what they're doing. They're publishing content on social media, and they're driving traffic from their content to their websites, their sales funnels, their courses. That's it. That's the ball game. That's it. Publishing content on social media, driving traffic from their content to their website, sales funnel, courses. That's it. Here's what I mean. So my mentor, Russell Brunson, has really pioneered the idea of what I'm about to share with you. He calls this the value ladder. It's kind of like a stair step, but he calls it the value ladder, and how every business has a value ladder and how you can actually create your value ladder. So he goes really in depth, but I'm going to share with you briefly about the value ladder. So the simple concept is this. You have two axes, and on the vertical is a value, and on the horizontal, money. So as I ascend the value ladder and I come to this top step, for my customer, I'm adding tremendous value, but I'm also more expensive. Now down at the front, it's little value. It's not a whole lot. It's not that it's not any good. It's just a little bit of it. So the volume of it. So you give a little bit of value here. Well, it doesn't cost a whole lot, but they'll ascend your value ladder. Great. What do I mean by that? Well, in the middle, you're going to have your core product, your service. So for our clinic, our core product, our service, we're chiropractors, it's the adjustment or our care plan, if you will. That's our core thing. That's our core focus. Yeah, we have other things, but our core, our central themed idea goes right in the middle. Okay. And so when somebody goes through any kind of care in our office, then they stay with us. They get healthy. They get their spine healthy. They able to get off medications, and it's been beautiful and all this stuff. But then they go to wellness care, as we'll call it. Some chiropractors call it maintenance. You can call it whatever. But you get the concept. We have repeat buyers, right? And they come in just like you go in for a dental checkup. They come in for their adjustment. And so that's on the back end of our value ladder. And for those people, we serve them on the highest level with our value, but they're also spending the most, right? Now, on the front of this, right here, this is where you're going to get them. Publishing content online. Hey, what are the entrepreneurs in 2020 doing? They're publishing content online, right? And as you publish, then you lead them to your website, your sales funnel, maybe into your office if you're a brick and mortar, or you sell at your e-commerce store or whatever. But it starts with publishing content. Now, here's an example for chiros, what they're traditionally doing. On the front end, they're using traditional lead gen methods. They're putting a booth at an expo, or maybe Sally Sue is selling her soap and she puts a booth at an expo. Well, that's her lead gen. And then she gets her customers, and then she starts selling soap and follow up. Maybe you put them on subscription for soap or whatever. But that front end is what's going to change. Traditional lead gen methods to publishing content online, because that's what the entrepreneur of 2020 is doing. Publishing content online and then leading to your other things. That's it. That's it. So here's an example for chiros. Maybe you're a coach. Same scenario, publish content online, and maybe they come in for some kind of coaching program. You do some kind of 30-day thing, or you do some kind of challenge or whatever, or they jump on with you consulting them for a year, and then they jump on retainer. Here's the thing. Companies like Apple. So I got the got their phone. They're doing the exact same thing. They're using the exact same model as what I'm describing right here. Check this out. Apple does the same thing. Publish content. What is their content? A commercial. That's it. It's a commercial. For example, I mean, there could be videos or whatever floating around YouTube or what have you, but they're publishing, they're putting it out there. Hey, we've got this thing, we've got this new phone, commercial. And then you come to their core things like the iPhone, the computer, the iPad, the whatever they got, right? The new ear, whatever they're called, those core products. Well, on the back end, they get you with subscription, right? Beautiful. It's a beautiful model, right? Everybody, companies that are advanced are doing this. Apple, I heard recently, Apple is the first company ever to eclipse $1 trillion. I can't even really wrap my head around $1 trillion, but they're the first company to ever do that. That's amazing. I want to model what works. Well, I want to find a company that's successful. Success leaves clues. There are basic fundamental steps that they're going to use. Hey, what are they doing? They're publishing online. They're making a commercial. It's on TV. It's online. It's wherever. And then they're selling you on the iPhone. Then they're selling you on subscription. I want to do the exact same thing for my business. So the whole point of the first step is awareness. You're talking about the thing. You're making people aware of you and your product or service. And then it comes to leads, then buyers, and then repeat buyers. But the first thing is awareness. Well, you can get awareness putting your booth at an event, or you don't have to sit there all day at an event, which those are grueling and exhausting. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make videos, put them online. I make them once, put it online, and people can view whenever, wherever, which is great. But why change the first step? The whole point's the first step. Why change it? Here's the reason. So that you can quit trading so much of your time for your money. That's why. So I can pull out a phone and I can make content, but I don't have to stand at a booth forever. I don't have to do networking events with people that are not really there to buy. They're there to sell. Everybody's there to sell. You join a networking group, everybody's there to sell. They're not there to buy. They may buy, but they're there with a very primary intention, sell their own product or service. So it's just a big pitch fest. Hey, so what do you do? Let me tell you about my thing, right? That's just the way it is. That's the model. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to target the person that wants to consume my content, make the video, and be done with it, right? A lot easier. And I get to minimize trading my time for money. So what if I modeled those things? Whoa. What if I modeled those things? And this allowed me to quit trading time for money. That sounds amazing. Say yes? Of course. I'll raise my hand to that. So who could use this? Literally any business. A brick and mortar. So a clinic? Yeah, absolutely. E-commerce. Maybe you're a coach. Maybe you're a consultant. Health, fitness, nutrition. We sold the weight loss online, just like the whole supplement thing. Weight loss online, you can do whatever. I see doctors now, they're doing test kits and detox programs, and it's all virtual, right? So they're not confined by their geography. They've got people that are consuming their products and services virtually. They'll just ship out that thing, and they're able to do the detox thing or the weight loss thing or whatever, right? Now, chiropractor is a little handcuffed with the adjustment because you got to come into the office for that. But could I supplement that with something else that's virtual and I'm not having to trade so much time for money? Yes, that's the whole point. So you say, cool story, bro. What kind of content would I create, right? What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to say this. Always, always, always let the market tell you what to do. Always. So how to find out what's already working, what's already out there. Okay. Super easy. Now this is disclaimer, this is a way. It is not the way. It is a way. You can use, you can leverage, hey, what's already working. You can do a little recon. You can go to a website like BuzzSumo, buzzsumo.com. Go to BuzzSumo, step 1. Step 2, if you have a clinic, say, and that's a lot of my audience, that's why I keep referencing that, but I think everybody here can get the point. Web content, hey, I'm going to search eating healthy, just a general topic, okay? I'm going to search that. Search eating healthy and click search, okay? Then what? Down here, it gives results. Check this out. 10 tips for eating healthy on a budget. And it has over here, it's giving you Facebook engagement. Ooh, what's really, really working really nicely? Well, this one has 9,000 views. This one has 5.9 thousand. Okay, well, if that has 9,000 views, there's got to be something to it, right? 10 tips to eating healthy on a budget. 15 tips to eating healthy on a budget. On a budget seems like a theme as well. What do you think I'm going to talk about in my video? Eating healthy on a budget. Model what works, right? So we don't have to overthink this. Oh my gosh, what am I going to make content about? I have no idea. I go to a website, buzzsumo.com. Hey, I want to know about nutrition, weight loss. I want to lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol. Hey, what are the trending things when it comes to the basic components of my skill set? Okay, I'm going to find that content. Ooh, this video about cholesterol has 250,000 views on Facebook, and it's titled this. I'm going to make my title similar. Now, I'm not going to copy. I'll make it similar. That's it. And what do you think I'm going to talk about? Something similar. If it's about cholesterol, I'm going to make a video about cholesterol. So we don't have to overthink it. It's really not that difficult. A lot of times we get in our own head as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and this is a way to extract the brain out of us and be able to move forward so we don't stop ourselves here. So step 4, make content. That's it. Go live on Facebook, make a YouTube video, make an Instagram video. Really that simple, which is awesome. This allows you to find and model what's already working. Again, this isn't the way, the only way. It is purely a way. There are plenty of websites like that analyze data on social media. I just wanted to use a simple one. That's a free version of that site. I don't pay BuzzSumo, but I mean, there is a paid version, but you can find all this information for free, guys. So secret number 1, the takeaways are this. You can place content, online content, on the front of your value ladder to generate leads. Without doing the networking event, the booth at the thing, I can put content online, and that's the front end of my value ladder. So I'm replacing it with that traditional lead gen method. This allows you to stop trading so much of your time for your paycheck, which is an awesome takeaway. Secret number 2, what marketing agencies never say about content creation that's keeping you stuck in a rut. I really love this one. I'm excited to get into it. This is one of my favorite books at this point, Play Bigger. And Russell actually sent this out to his coaching group. And I didn't read it for a while, and I don't know why, but one of the mentors in there kept talking about it and kept talking about it and kept talking about it. I thought, man, I need to go pick up that book. And so I did. I picked up that book in probably September of last year, something like that. He had sent it to us months and months ago, but I picked it up around that time, and I started reading it, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is one of the best books I've ever read on business. Now, I got a lot of books, a lot of good books. Play Bigger is one of the best ones because the guys that have written it, there are 4 guys that wrote it. It's kind of a ragtag team from Silicon Valley, but they've basically crushed it in everything they've touched. But it talks about their journey of growing businesses and why some businesses hit $1 trillion like Apple and why others don't, and the step-by-step frameworks that they're using to get there. And so they share those frameworks in here. So it's really more of a kind of a workbook, because you're going to do work if you really want to create the new things that are in here. It talks about creating totally new categories, category design, category creation that separates you from the pack. It's awesome. But one of the biggest points in the book early on, it says this. I'm paraphrasing in here because I couldn't quite find it in the book. I couldn't find the exact quote I was wanting. It says, the one that can best articulate the problem of your customer, it is assumed they also have the best solution, whether you do or not. The person that can articulate the problem the best, it's assumed, hey, they got the solution. If you can articulate your customer's problem to them better than they can tell themselves, automatically assume you've got the best solution and they come to you. And it shows you the step-by-step framework to actually create that. But here's a simple point of it. Let me give you this example and I'll show you that point. Here's how Apple continues to completely dominate an entire industry they weren't even involved in 15 years ago. 15 years ago, this thing didn't exist. The whole smartphone, the iPhone, none of it existed at all. And so Apple comes along and say, hey, it's about, I think they started really developing about 2005. I think it initially came out in 2007, the original iPhone. I got mine in '08, I believe. But they did something very specific with their commercial, front end of their value ladder. They articulated the problem that I had, the potential customer, the best. And at the time, using your phone to scroll through like social media, I mean, it hardly exists at that point. It's very primitive. It's not near as robust as it is today. But there was something else we were wanting to do with our phone, but it was really, really clunky. And it was jump online, get on websites. And I didn't really like to use my phone to look at websites way back when. Why? Because the internet sucked, right? But Apple comes along, and it was this commercial. They actually showed the New York Times. So I'm reading that book, Play Bigger, and it talks about this, articulating the problem. And I had this vision in my head. I thought, oh my gosh, Apple did that to me with their commercial way back when. I'm telling my wife, Shayla, I said, this is what they did on the commercial. They brought up the New York Times, and they're showing it, and it actually looked like a real newspaper. And that was unheard of way back when. And then they spread their fingers apart, and it would zoom in. And I thought, holy crap, I've got to have it, right? And the actual quote from that commercial is this: this is not a watered down version of the internet, or the mobile version of the internet, or the kind of sort of looks like the internet. It's just the internet on your phone. Boom! They articulated the problem that I had. Hey, clunky internet. I hate internet on my phone. That's the conversation I was having in my head. Hey, I don't like internet on my phone. I have to go to the desktop to look at the internet. Oh no, Apple says you can use your phone. We're creating a new category, smartphone. And the book also shares, I think it was in 2015, so it's a little bit dated. 2015, Apple carried 93% of the profits in the smartphone industry, when 10 years prior, they weren't even in the industry. Cell phones. And then in 2015, 93% of the profits. That's insane. Well, Steve Jobs died in 2011. This is 2015. He's crushing it from the grave. Do you see how powerful this is? Creating a new category, creating content, articulating the problem of your customer. Whoa, articulating the problem, articulate it through content, front end of your value ladder. See how these things are starting to tie together? Ooh, that's what I want to be able to do. I get to leverage my time and not trade time for money anymore. Not near as much. But that's what Apple did. They took it by storm. And now whether this is the best phone or not, I mean, my psychology, I don't even care. I mean, Android could be way better. I have no idea, because Apple articulated my problem the best. So I've stuck with that since I got my very first one, right? So the ladder revisited. So we have the publishing content online, your core product, your repeat customers. So you increase in value, you increase in money. Well, let's talk about your core solution. This is where most businesses stay when they're out and about talking at the networking event. They're talking about the solution. Hey, I've got this and this and this in my business, and it's got this feature and this feature and this feature and this feature. And if you've studied sales, marketing for any length of time, you know that it's not feature-based, it's benefit-based. But even more so, it's this: your customer's core problem. Can you articulate their problem the best? Because their problem leads to your core solution. Their problem leads to your core solution. So instead of talking about your solution, talk about their problem. Now you're hijacking their noggin, which is great from a marketing standpoint. I'm not saying be unethical, but that's what a marketer does. He hijacks the noggin, right? You say, okay, Cory, cool, articulate the problem, but where do I publish my content? Well, there's something you need to know about the platforms. There's a bazillion platforms at this point, but I'll share some of the more common ones just for simplicity. But I want to make a point here. The various platforms. So you have Facebook. Now, I want to go through the psychology. A lot of business owners, a lot of chiropractors say, I want to run Facebook ads. I say, why do you want to run Facebook ads? Well, because everybody's on Facebook. Understand why they're on Facebook. What are they doing? If I pull out my phone and I click on that app, Facebook, and I just start scrolling, What's my psychology? I'm using Facebook as a what? A distraction. That's what it is. It's a distraction. And it said that Americans pick up their phone 73 times a day on average, which is nuts. But if we're picking up our phone, what are we looking for? We're wanting distraction. Facebook knows this. That's why notifications exist on Facebook. The little bell, it has a number by it. Ooh, what's that? Click. It's a distraction. But what are we there to do? We want to be distracted. We want to just see what's what. So we're there, just there to hang out, see what's what. Just hanging out, looking at pictures, seeing what the fam is up to, whatever, right? I'm not trying to actively seek anything. I'm just scrolling. What about Instagram? It's the same. Scrolling through pictures and short videos, just there to hang out, see what's what. Twitter, which, I mean, in my opinion, it's dead, but somehow it's still hanging on. To a degree, just hanging out, see what's what, maybe a little bit of news, maybe go to Facebook to see a little bit of news. YouTube, however, YouTube is different. 2 reasons people go to YouTube. 1, entertaining video, something they want to watch. What's the other thing? The bigger thing. They want to learn. When did I do that? I don't know, 6 months ago, and 6 months ago, my radiator was going bad, and I thought, I'm going to fix it. Sometimes I like to do that kind of thing, and so I thought, I'm going to change the radiator in my car. And so I went and bought a radiator, and I thought, I don't know exactly how to take a radiator out, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna YouTube it. Ooh, I'm gonna YouTube it. So what am I doing? I'm actively looking for an answer to my problem. Don't know how to put a radiator in a car. Now I do, because I watched the video. Super easy. Your customers are doing the same thing. If you have a wellness clinic, how to reduce a fever naturally, how to lower blood pressure, how to get rid of acid reflux. They're looking for those answers where? On YouTube. They're learning on YouTube, and you know something about the psychology of that viewer, that user. They are moving, they're actively pursuing versus I'm just hanging out seeing what's what. YouTube is where they're moving and they're actively pursuing. So number 1, the psychology is different. Number 2, YouTube is different than Facebook. And when you publish content on Facebook, what happens? It begins to fall. It may bounce back up a little bit, and there's things to that, but it falls. YouTube is not a social media platform. No, YouTube is a search engine. It is the 2nd largest search engine on the planet, second to Google. Google owns YouTube. Anytime you Google anything, you go to google.com and search your thing, all these articles and whatever pops up, fine. So do YouTube videos. YouTube is a bomb. Yeah, it is. And not only is it owned by Google, it's a search engine. Instead of falling like Facebook, that video over time can do this. It'll go up. It'll start ranking higher and higher and higher. And there's actually ways to make it start ranking higher and higher and do it fast. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. But YouTube is totally different. I'm not saying Facebook's not valid or Instagram or Twitter. I'm saying they act differently and the psychology of the user is different. Okay, so Facebook, I'm there to hang out and videos fall. YouTube, I'm there to learn and videos go up. Ooh, powerful, powerful stuff. Okay. So people are going there to learn. Maybe you've done the same. If you've done the same, raise your hand. I go there to learn all kinds of stuff. I go there with my son. We go, I can't even remember the name of it. I kind of just YouTube it, I guess. But we learn how to draw pictures. So we like to draw, and they're simple and he can do it. And so this guy, he's a really great artist. And so he draws a picture of a little kid. And so I'm sitting there with my son and we draw pictures. I love to go there to learn all kinds of stuff, but what am I doing? I'm learning. We're learning how to draw. I'm learning about the radiator. People are also wanting to learn about health. If you own a clinic, they're doing the same thing on YouTube. So when you're publishing your content, keep in mind the psychology of the user that's on the platform that you're posting on. So if I'm running Facebook ads to somebody that's just wanting to hang out, how successful is that going to be? As much as I want, you better have a killer ad. Right? I've run tons of ads on Facebook and been successful with it, but you got to understand the psychology of the user of that platform too, which is a huge point. So the takeaways: articulate the problem of your customer, and the platform you publish on matters. articulating the problem. Marketing agency says, hey, just make content. About what? I don't know. I know how to post it though. And the platform matters. They're saying, hey, well, let's just spread it out to everything. That's good. You're going to get a lot of eyes, but the content needs to be different depending on the platform as well. Because I'm going to post differently on YouTube than I am on Facebook. Ooh, why? Because the psychology of the user is different. Like I'll hang out and sit with my phone in my hand and kick up my feet, whatever. If I'm YouTubing something to learn, I'm probably sitting in my chair, I'm sitting upright, and I may be taking notes. Psychology is different, right? It's the same person. Psychology is different. I'm in a different mode, in a different bandwidth here when I'm on YouTube versus Facebook or the others. Secret 3, quadruple your content optimization almost immediately with one simple tweak to something you're already doing, which is talking about your business. One simple tweak. Here we go. All right, now you've made your content, you made your video, now what? Becomes the follow-up question you'll have. All right, now I've made my video, I talked about X, I'm writing this book, and I talked about this book. I made it, now what? Okay, well, just because we've published content doesn't mean eyeballs are necessarily gonna see it. So you may feel like, gosh, where is everybody? I've certainly felt that way. Now, first, if you're taking notes, you want to write this down. First, you want to get an extension for your Chrome browser. There's all kinds of browsers you can get on the internet. So on your desktop, instead of Firefox, this is for Chrome specifically, okay? This is an extension. You're going to, step one, go to vidiq.com/extension. Vid is in video, IQ like intelligence, vidiq.com/extension. Okay, and it's going to look like this. I did a screenshot, and then you're going to click this button, install Chrome extension, right there. Super easy. Click on that button, and then up at the top, it's going to have this little icon up here, IQ, so you know you've installed it into your Chrome browser. Okay. Now, remember the psychology of the user that's viewing YouTube. They're actively pursuing, right? So now we're going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to stop that share, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to come back, see if there are any questions, and I'm going to share my screen, but we're going to go to YouTube real quick. Okay. So get YouTube pulled up. Okay. So somebody comes to YouTube. I have YouTube pulled up. There's this little box up here, and they're going to type in, their question. Okay. It may sound something like this. So if I have a clinic and I'm making videos for my clinic and I want to get in front of the person with headaches, the person, when they jump onto YouTube and go to that little box at the top, they're probably going to type in how to get rid of headaches, something like that, right? They're not necessarily going to say, here's the cure for blah, 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 blah headache. They're not going to type that in. They're just looking for relief. So they're wanting to solve their question, right? They want their answer, but they're going to type in their question. This is key, all right? This goes along with headlines and naming your video. I had a client, and this is no disrespect to the client. He just didn't know any better. Ignorant of, hey, just didn't know any better. And he had a video titled, it was a good video. Research That Matters was the title of the video. Now, it didn't have any views. Why? The viewer, the person that potentially wants to watch that, is never going to go to YouTube and type in research that matters, ever. That's why it didn't have any views, right? So when we're naming our videos, we're going to name it congruently with the question that's in our customer's head. How to get rid of headaches. Here are 3 simple tricks, whatever, for example, right? Does that make sense? So we're going to name the headline is going to be similar to what they're typing in that box. But let's go to that box. So they're going to type in, for example, how to get healthy. Okay, so notice when I go here, when I type in, oh, I got to spell it right first. All good. Notice that it's already auto-populating other options. Why? People have typed these in, and these are more relevant to this phrase, how to get healthy, and YouTube knows this. It says, hey, you're looking for how to get healthy curly hair, how to get healthy hair, how to get healthy lips, and the list goes on. But YouTube is trying to figure out what I'm going to say and help me along my journey. But I just want to say how to get healthy, okay? So if I'm wanting to make a video, I can go here and I can do a little triage. I can do a little figuring out what I need to do, okay? So I'm going to type that in, and I'm going to show you how to use vidIQ here in a second. But the first thing that pops up is this girl in her video. She's the #1 on YouTube for how to get healthy. She's got 300,000 subscribers. This one has a ton of views, 712,000. But let's see what we can do with vidIQ in terms of modeling what works. That's the whole point of vidIQ. I want to model what works. Well, something she's doing on her video works because she's #1 on YouTube for how to get healthy. Okay, she's almost got 1 million views. So what does she do about her video? Well, there's a couple of things. It's one, the headline, what's written right here. Two, this goes in her description, describing the video. Another piece is that little picture. See how it's a still frame? It's called a thumbnail. Each video has it. Now, if I scroll over these videos, they start talking. They start moving, but the still picture is called a thumbnail, okay? And I want to know, hey, if I want to make a video on how to get healthy, what are the other thumbnails look like? What are the other headlines? So I'm trying to figure out what's trending on YouTube so I can rank high as well. So I'm going to click on the video, and I'm going to pause her, okay? So vidIQ, that extension tells me a little bit. So you probably don't ever see this on YouTube because you didn't have that extension yet, but it gives me information about that video. Specifically, this right here. So vidIQ deems these things worthy of optimizing a video for YouTube. So it has a bit of a checklist, title, tags, description, cards, end screens. You don't have to necessarily know all that. Just know, hey, there is a checklist of things to do to make your video rank high on YouTube. Another piece is right here, video tags. So these are the words or phrases that this girl, whatever her name was it Renee? Okay, so Renee says these words, phrases align really, really well with my video, okay? Well, typically I can't see what she tagged onto this video to tell YouTube, hey, it's about this. Here's my headline, here's my description, but my video is about these tags, okay? Well, I typically can't see it, but with vidIQ I can. And I'm using the free version. See, I haven't even upgraded. This is a free version. I get to see all these, and I also get to see how they rank. So if I want to model what works on how to get healthy, my video, how to get healthy, I'm going to make my headline similar to hers. So I see all those tags. I know she's done something well. So what kind of tags am I going to use? I'm going to grab those, and I'm going to use a lot of them. I may throw in my other ones that I want, but I'm going to use some of those. Right? This is modeling what works. And I have a tool, vidIQ, that allows me to model what works. Pretty cool, huh? So I don't have to overthink this. I don't have to be the creative genius. I just, hey, what's working out there? These videos on cholesterol, these videos on blood pressure. Okay, what kind of tags do they have? Now I know that. What kind of headlines do they have? What kind of thumbnails do they have? Now I can see all that. Let me pull this back up. And I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to get back to the presentation. And no, I don't want to do that. I think it's going to make me. We're going to have to go through. Look how much stuff we went through, guys. We've done a ton already, and we're almost done. I got a big point here coming up. Okay, so we went to BuzzSumo. We articulated a problem. Okay, vidIQ, went to YouTube and implemented. So what if this? You just figured out what was trending online and modeled it, just like we did. You just made videos and published. What if you just help people out by articulating their problem? What if more customers start hearing about you and your business? And you totally screw it up and only do a fraction of this right? Do you still think there's a chance this could work for you? Raise your hand, say yes. It can, and it will. Yes, Dakota, yeah, absolutely. You say, cool, bro, but I don't have the time to figure out great headlines, descriptions, thumbnails, tags. I ain't got the time for this. You did all this marketing with Russell Brunson for 2 years. I don't have the time for that. You don't need it. I'm here to help. Watch, check this out. This is cool. I've created a new category of software. This has not existed ever. Ever. Nothing out there exists like this new category. And it's for the entrepreneur who wants guided content optimization, who wants to be held by the hand as they create their content. Raise your hand. So you don't have to think about it. Absolutely. You don't have to think about it at all. This is guided content optimization, right? Watch how this works. It'll go something like this. So there's a software, and it'll go something like this. Super simple. It'll look, maybe not this color scheme or whatever, but it's going to be basically this simple. Hey, tell me your name. Okay, that's easy. Hey, what industry are you in, for example? Okay, I'm an author. I'm in healthcare. I sell knickknacks. I don't know. The Sally selling the soap, whatever. There's your industry. Okay, what's your goal with publishing content? I want new leads. Okay. So based on your industry, healthcare, for example, here are the top trending subjects on YouTube. 5 simple ways to get eating healthy. 3 simple steps to exercising right now. How to lower cholesterol naturally. How to reduce fevers naturally. Now I work with a whole bunch of doctors. Do you think they have at least something to say about each of those? Yes. Could they talk for 2 minutes about any of those? Yeah. And so what do? Hey, which one do you want to make a video on? You don't have to overthink it. How to lower cholesterol naturally. Oh, hey, I know how to do that. You do this, X, Y, Z. Boom. Done. Okay, based on your topic, here are the top trending tags. It goes out there and gets it for you. You don't have to go to YouTube and figure all that stuff out. It does it for you. So you're on this software. Hey, what industry? What's your name? What do you want to do? Generate leads. I'm in healthcare. Okay, I want to talk about this. Okay, cool. Here are the tags. We already went and got them for you. Which ones do you want? Choose all. We got the top trending tags. Done. Okay, what thumbnail do you want? Okay, click on the thumbnail. Now I don't have to go learn thumbnails, right? So I had to learn how to make thumbnails. So I use another site to do that. But you say, I don't have the time to do all that. It does it for you. Oh, I like this one. Click. So there's a little bit of a template in there. Super easy. Are you having to think about this? No. You just make a choice. Click, click. Super easy. Okay, what headline would you prefer? I like this one. Boom. Myth about cholesterol. Okay, done. Or you can edit it to your liking. I like this one. These words are trending. Which ones do you want? Done. Click. Are you ready to share? Publish. That's it. And it takes it to YouTube for you. It literally takes it to YouTube for you. And then it runs data for you. You don't have to go look at your Google Analytics or your YouTube Analytics. It brings it back and it shows you, hey, here's what's happening. Here's how your videos are performing. And then it'll start ranking these things. Well, this one's doing it like this, and it kind of gamifies it. Well, this one's 98%, and this one's 96, and this one's 82. So lowering cholesterol is the best one. Ready to make another video about lowering cholesterol? So, hey, it's following you at this point. So it's learning what your audience wants based on what they're doing, watching your content. Oh, hey, they really watched this one. You should probably make another video about that, right? Yes, yeah. Isn't that cool, Alicia? Isn't that amazing? Takes the brain out of the entrepreneur so they don't have to think, because that's the hang up. That's what I've noticed. They have to think too much. And they can be creative in their lane when it comes to content creation. They say, I got a big hang up. I say, hey, you don't have to do that. And I don't have to be there to guide you. You can use this thing. That's it. That is it. So you click on the button. Hey, this is really trending with your audience right now. Want to make another video about that? Done. Super easy. Yeah, huge. That's a big deal. Big deal. Yeah, I just think those are funny. But it's huge. It is huge. It's a huge, big freaking deal. And so I even get messages time to time, and I'll have people even come to me and say, but I have a marketing agency and they do all the stuff online. That's nice. I have a question for you. What's that? Do you know that your content is optimized? Do you know that your content is optimized? I'm not sure. Ooh, I don't want that. Do you want that? Nope. With Content Alchemy, you won't miss a step with optimization of your content. You don't miss a step. I'm gonna keep coming back. I got a notification. It seems like a, no, you don't in my experience. Right, absolutely, 100%. Of course. You won't miss a step with optimization. There are very key critical steps, and it's already been taken care of. You just have to click the button. Done. It told you what to make the video about, right? Boom. Yes, this is awesome. I think it's going to help a lot of entrepreneurs. I've been in a community. They identify themselves as funnel hackers. I think this is going to be great for the funnel hackers. I think this is going to be great for the chiropractor. I think it's going to be great for the brick and mortar, the people that sell e-commerce, the people that sell digital products, coaches, consultants. I'm talking to a real estate agent tomorrow. He's coming in. We're going to do a strategy session. It's going to work for him. What have we covered today? A lot. We went through all our secrets. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like this right now? How do I get it? Hey, well, I'll show you. I'll show you. Well, do we feel like this? Anybody feel like this? Raise your hand right now. We've done a ton. It's been awesome. I love what I've been able to share with you today. I'm going to run through this last piece here, and we'll be done for the day. Hopefully you've got a lot out of this, but I certainly want to ask you a question. Was that awesome? Introducing Content Alchemy. This is a new software that I've developed, and it's now available to you. Content Alchemy. You can use the desktop, you can use your iPad, you can use your phone. It doesn't matter. Content Alchemy. And I'm going to keep jumping back and forth just to make sure I answer questions as we wrap up, as I see a little notification going off. Content Alchemy is here. Yes. Am I a techie person? Nope. Am I a software developer? Nope. I've had it built, and I've walked closely with these guys that are building this out. It's almost 100% complete, and I'm actually going over it with them today, which is going to be exciting. Super pumped about that. So putting final touches on it, just kind of the technical back end stuff that you don't ever see under the hood, so to speak. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be beautiful. So introducing Content Alchemy. Content Alchemy is a software that takes the thinking out of publishing. What? It guides you through the publishing of your content, makes sure that you, or even a marketing agency, don't miss any step. This can be used by a marketing agency, so they can publish content for business owners. So it's complementary to them too. It actually helps them. So instead of throwing rocks, it helps them, which is great. So who does this work for? Entrepreneurs that are brand new to publishing. So if you haven't published a video ever in your life, this is who it's for. Or maybe you're the seasoned entrepreneur that wants to make sure your content is optimized every time. Not missing any steps with Content Alchemy. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get Content Alchemy, and I'm actually going to throw in a couple of other things. 12 months of Content Alchemy. I'm actually going to sell this. It's going to be a subscription, and I'm going to sell it for right under $200 a month. So that's 12 months of it, Content Alchemy, $2,388. You're going to get 4 proven lead generation funnels. So once they come to your YouTube channel, for example, and we're going to expand beyond the scope of just YouTube, but we're starting with YouTube. But once they come there, how can I get them through a sales funnel? Well, you're going to get, I already have them built out. I've built tons of lead gen funnels, and I've got 4 proven ones that I'm going to give you. And so that's a $29.97 value. You're going to get those as well. I'm going to throw those in. I made a course. That picture that I showed at the beginning of me pitching, I sold that course for $1,000. I still have it. I'm going to give you that course as well. And I also have another course that people would have funnels, but they weren't driving traffic to their funnel. So I built another one, Instant Entrepreneur Traffic. This works for the brick and mortar, the e-com, the digital product, the coach, consultant, everybody. So Instant Entrepreneur Traffic, a $497 value. You're going to get that. You're going to get another course that I actually built out called the Impact Funnel System. I built this just over a year ago. It was more robust, but I want you to have the support that you need. And so I'm going to give you the impact funnel system. So you see that right in the middle of the screen there. Bonus number 2, you're going to get VIP access to a private community. I'm actually going to have this on Facebook. And the reason for Facebook is we probably already use Facebook on some level, and we probably have the app for it, and it's easy to navigate in there and communicate in there. So I have a lot of private communities on Facebook. I keep them there, but you're going to have direct access to me through the Facebook community that I'll invite you to. So it's going to be great. It's not going to be any of the other, I have some other bigger groups, but this is going to be a small group just for the users of Content Alchemy. And so getting that one-to-one. So if I actually have a consulting fee, $1,500 an hour. If you want to consult with me, I charge for that. But in this VIP access to private community in that Facebook group, you're going to have access to me, number 1. Number 2, we're going to do group coaching. So I'm going to go live regularly and actually do screen shares and do group coaching. I'll go through your funnels. I'll go through your traffic, your analytics. If you want me to look at that, I'll look at your content. If you want me to look at your data, I'll help you with all that. And we're going to do that through group coaching. And the reason we do it through group coaching is because we can feed off one another. And I may have a question, and then they may have a question. Oh, and that spurred a question to you, right? Which is great. And so that's the way, oh, I didn't mean to do that. So that's the way we're going to do it. Now, total value, $8,876 for 12 months of Content Alchemy, along with all these other amazing tools that I'm going to throw in to this bundle. Now, if all this did was help replace your need for outsourcing your marketing while knowing that it's optimized, would it be worth $88.76? Right? Outsourcing my marketing, whether I have a staff person, in a year, I'm gonna pay them way more than $88.76, right? And even at this price, the ones that spread your content amongst platforms, but they don't guide you, they don't tell you what to do, and they don't learn from your audience. This is about half the price already. So that's really, really great. And you don't have to outsource it. You don't have to have the staff member or an agency or any of that. And you know it's optimized. If all this did was allow you to stand out even in a sea of people selling in your exact same industry, would it be worth $88.76? Or if all this did was help you generate new customers and make you money, would it be worth it? Raise your hand, say yes. Of course it would. Yes. Now, I had 2 choices. I'm going to come back over here. Somebody have a question? Okay, cool. I had 2 choices. First, not do the training, keep it to myself. So we discovered this. I could have kept it to myself, didn't want to. Second option, share with you these incredible tools and help you maximize your potential, your ability to sell, and your profits. I had 2 choices. I chose the second. Now, Content Alchemy Bundle. The value is at $88.76. You're going to get early bird pricing because it's not 100% done. So your incentive is twofold. 1, early bird pricing. It's cheaper than what you even see on the screen. You're going to get early bird pricing. And 2, once it goes 100% live, which is in a matter of, it could be a couple days, then I'm going to strip all that away. The other subscribers only get Content Alchemy, the software, in 1 training. They're not going to get anything else. They're not going to get it. So I'm not going to share that with them. So twofold. 1, early bird pricing. You get the bundle. And really 3, I'm actually going to build out the rest of this based on your feedback of the software, the things you like, the hangups you're having, whatever the case. So we're going to navigate through this together, and I'm going to build it out to you personally. So it's going to be personalized to you guys who jump in for the early bird pricing. So I'm going to sell it at $33.88 as a regular price, but because you're an early bird, you can get it now for $9.97. You can get early bird pricing now, $9.97. You get everything you see on the screen. Total value, I'm going to sell it for $33.88. You get it for $9.97. All you got to do is go to grabmycontentalchemy.com. It's live now. Grabmycontentalchemy.com, and you can grab yours. Grab my Content Alchemy. I want to share that, how to get there. Because I thought I had it pulled up. Yay. Okay, cool. I'm going to share again. Had to kind of bounce back and forth. Okay, it looks just like this. Grab my contentalchemy.com. What you're going to do, You're going to hit your name, put your name in there, email, address, card number, and yes. That's it. That's all you got to do. Okay. You're going to get all those things, and I want to contact you. You're going to hear from me personally, not a robot. You're going to hear from me personally, and we're going to get you all set up. That's all you got to do is go to that site. Let me get this presentation pulled back up, and we're almost done, guys. And man, it's going to make me go through that whole thing. I'm not going to do that. Now you have two choices: do nothing. Don't take this leap of faith, or go to grabmycontentalchemy.com, grab it. So you have one option: do nothing, not take the leap of faith. For example, just stay in your current situation and hope things get better. You can do that. Well, that's like an ostrich, hiding their head in the sand, acting like nothing's wrong, and that the problems are all gone. Go to grabmycontentalchemy.com. Go grab yours. That price is only going to be available until it's 100% live, which I don't know exactly when that's going to be. It could be any minute, really. So go grab yours. You have two choices. I took the second. I encourage you to take the second. Pony up the small investment today compared to all the value you get in return, and just give it a shot. Grabmycontentalchemy.com. Yes, I'm going to take care of you. You don't have to sweat it. I'm 100% confident this is going to be great for you. The real question is, are you willing to bet on yourself? Are you willing to bet on yourself just to be guided? That's it. You don't have to be the creative genius guru, none of that. Can you be confident in yourself that you can be guided? Because that's what it's going to do for you. Grabmycontentalchemy.com is a website. You can get it right now. Early bird pricing, $9.97. Yeah, get it now. Yes, I've enjoyed today. Hopefully you got something out of this. There's a way to get people to your business. It is through content, and it is through specific platforms, and you can optimize, which you can do all that stuff. You can do it all yourself, or you can be guided. Grabmycontentalchemy.com. That's going to be available for early bird pricing until it's 100%, which won't be more than a week. I really think it's going to be a couple days tops. But that's basically it. So I would suggest, I'm going to get on the phone with the developer here in just a minute. It could be any moment, really. They said, hey, we're building it tonight. And I feel like they pulled an all-nighter, so they could be done. Who knows? So go to grabmycontentalchemy.com, grab your early bird pricing. I look forward to reaching out to you. I'll get you all set up with your software. Thanks for joining me live. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Find me on Facebook. And I hope to talk to everyone soon.